Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, all my dear students in Shu'an Ma'arifa Secondary Schools. How are you today? Assalamualaikum alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. أتمنى أن يكون الجميع يسمع الصوت. أوكي يا شباب؟ أوكي، نبدأ حصة اليوم. Let's start. A beginning today, inshallah, the 12th of September 2029, we'll start our student book. As you see on the whiteboard, smart board, student book, page number 11, workbook, page number 3, unit number 1. Listen carefully with me. Okay, I just wanted to open the student book. Right, reading. Nail Sharif, what is the title of our reading text today? Can you read the title, this one?
طيب.
Go ahead.
Amazing internet connection.
Again. Amazing
internet connection.
Connections. Thank you. That is our title for today. And now we are going to listen to the text. Do you want to listen to the text first or to read it?
read it.
نقرأ أولا أم نستمع أولا يا شباب؟
نقرأ.
As you like. Reading. Okay, Nail, I will start with you, the first paragraph. So, go ahead.
طيب. We all use the internet to connect with the people using email, social networking sites, and instant messaging are ordinary ways that people connect, but at times the internet has been used to connect ordinary people in extraordinary ways.
Thank you. Okay, in this paragraph, the first one which I'll read, there are some vocabulary or difficult words. Nair, who's there, ya Nair? About your friends? Who's there? Only Nail Sharif in our class today? I think there are many students there. So, for the first 4 or 5 vocabulary or difficult words, now I want to discuss it with you before continuing our text. The first one, connect with. Nail, do you know what is the meaning of connect with in English?
Connect with people.
Yeah.
تواصل مع الناس.
تواصل مع الناس. It's in Arabic.
Using email يعني عبر الإيميل.
In English, connect with, tie with, to link with, right? Okay. So what about the second one, social networking sites?
Social networking sites تواصل عبر مواقع تواصل الإنترنت.
That's right. Thank you. Sites means مواقع. On the internet, not on the ground, right? موقع على الإنترنت وليس في أرض الواقع. Messaging, instant messaging. الرسائل إيش؟ مراسلة. Ordinary ways. Ordinary and extraordinary. معتاد, extraordinary, فوق المعتاد أو غير معتاد. Thank you. شكرا لك يا نايل. Now, let's continue our next about saving a life. Saving a life. What can you see here? I can see a student, a young boy. Saving a life means الحفاظ على الحياة. 12-year-old scene written from Denton. So who is there to read? But you wanted to listen first. For the second one, I think it's better to listen to first. Okay, هنستمع أولا يا شباب. After that, we will read the text, right? So are you ready for reading? For listening? 5, 4. I will count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Amazing internet connections. We all use the internet to connect with people. Using email, social networking sites, and chat rooms are ordinary ways that people connect. But at times, the internet has been used to connect ordinary people in extraordinary ways.
Saving a life. 12-year-old Sean Redden from Denton, Texas, was on the internet playing a cyber fantasy world game. Suddenly, someone came online asking for help. The person said she was a Finnish business student who was locked in her college's computer lab. She said she was having an asthma attack and couldn't breathe. Redden was
Right. For the first part of our paragraph, 12 years seen Redden from Denton, Texas, in United America. Was on the internet. On the internet. The word internet يا شباب ايش هو حرف الجر اللي ممكن يأتي قبلها؟ On. So the preposition which comes before the internet word is on. Playing a cyber fantasy world game. Suddenly, وفجأة, someone came online. شخص آخر دخل online asking for help. The person said she was Finnish business student who was locked in her college computer lab. She said she was having an asthma attack and couldn't breathe. Asthma attack and couldn't breathe. So maybe he needs help. The second part. Listen carefully.
sure if this was part of the game, as sometimes a few people lie on the net. However, as he later told the Dallas Morning News, he decided it was too real to be a joke. So Redden called the police. With the additional help of international phone operators, Finnish paramedics found 20-year-old Tara Langtonen and gave her the medical attention she needed. Without the internet and the efforts of a 12-year-old boy half a world away, she might not have survived.
So in this way, or in this case, or in this matter, we decided and we studied and learned how the internet is useful to save or survive people's life. كيف للإنترنت أن يقوم بحفظ وإنقاذ أرواح الناس, right? So in this text, there are some vocabularies. If you want to translate any words, just ask me. هل هناك أي كلمات يا شباب? Difficult words in this text? Okay, let's continue to the second or the next one.
Finding your double. It was just an ordinary night on a crowded subway car for Patrick Swales, a 21-year-old web designer in New York City. The car had just stopped at a station, and the doors opened. Suddenly, he saw himself waiting at the platform, but the clothes were not really his style. What was he doing waiting there? He should be in the car, but he was in the car. By the time he realized that he had just run into his double, the doors had shut and they were moving. At that instant, their eyes met. Disbelief, amusement, wonder were all conveyed in that one look. They both raised a hand in an attempt to catch each other, but it was too late. Shaken by the encounter and determined to find his double, Patrick came up with a unique idea. He created a website called subwaymydouble.com.
I want a student. Somebody, I want him to read this text, please. Who's there? هنبدأ القراءة يا شباب من بداية هذا النص. It was just an ordinary night. نايل الشريف only? Who's there? Only 9 in the class? We need new faces يا شباب. Okay, نايل الشريف, go ahead.
طيب. دقيقة بس عشان مو واضح.
Okay.
ايوه خلاص. طيب. It was just an ordinary night on a crowded subway car for Patrick Swells. واحد at
21 years old.
كيف؟
A 21 years old web designer.
21 year 21 year old 20
Yes, that's
21
right.
year
Go ahead.
old
Web designer.
designer
Okay, Nail. Web
in,
designer.
in
What is
New,
the meaning
in
of
New
web
York
designer,
City.
ya Nail?
The car
Do you know?
had just started at a station and مصمم
internet. مواقع internet. Right. Okay. Go ahead. Continue.
New York City. In New York City, the car had just stopped at a station, and the doors opened. Suddenly, he he saw himself waiting at the platform style. What was he doing waiting there? He should be in the car, but he was in the car.
Right.
But he was in the car. By the time he realized that he had just run into his double.
Right.
The doors had shut, and they were moving. At that instant, their eyes
Thank you.
meet.
Thank you, Nail. Thank you. That is enough. Who's there? Who's there to continue? Nobody is there?
It's just a private area, you can't sit.
Okay, just a moment. Let's continue our text. So go ahead. Check in. That is enough. Let's continue our listening. We stopped reading and continue our listening, please.
He posted his own photo and a description of the man he had seen in the subway in the hope that someone would see it and make contact. He got the call 2 days later. Now, Patrick and his double are best friends. His name is Manuel, and he is in New York studying web design. Patrick and Manuel have decided to take themselves out of the public eye, so they have stopped updating the site. Patrick posted this message on the website. In our best interest, there will be no more updates to this website. Unlike popular TV series, you will have to continue the story yourselves. Best wishes to all, and may you find your double someday.
Okay, that is our next text. So let's go to the return 6 years later. I can see a woman's picture here. So what is her story? That is what we will listen now, right? Okay, Asma. Let's go.
Reunited 60 years later. Asma, a 75-year-old grandmother of 8, enjoyed telling her grandchildren stories about her youth. These stories usually featured Sabah, Asma's best childhood friend. Asma and Sabah had been as close as sisters. Then, when the girls were 15, Sabah's family moved away and the girls lost contact. But Asma never forgot her childhood friend. One day, Asma was telling her 13-year-old grandchild, Khan, a story about Sabah when Khan asked, "Why don't you try to find her?" Khan got out his laptop and showed Asma how to surf the web. A mere 30 minutes later, they found Sabah. Ozma's hands trembled as she dialed her old friend's phone number. When Sabah answered and Ozma identified herself, Sabah burst into tears. By coincidence, Sabah was now living nearby. 60 years later, the women are inseparable once again. My life has improved dramatically since Ozma found me, says Sabah. I never feel lonely anymore. Adds Ozma, it's as if we had never been apart. 60 years have made no difference to our friendship.
These are just a few of the incredible ways people have been brought together by the internet. Every day there are more. Who knows what amazing internet stories are unfolding at this very moment?
That is all our texts today. So in the last one, if you find any difficult words, just tell me please. في أي كلمات تحتاج ترجمة يا شباب في هذا النص الأخير. About 6 years later, Asma and Sabah. It's all right. Thank you. Just we'll go to the next part of our lesson today. We finished the first one. Now we are going to write something about writing and learning. So listen carefully to me. Number one, we have some questions here about the text, right? Read the text again and find out which paragraph. The first one, look at the photos and define face-to-face and online learning. Okay, about the text, I have a book here. We can find the text as you will see now. Number one, yes, this one. Okay. Number one, learning face-to-face and online. What is the meaning of face-to-face and online? What are we doing now يا شباب? Nair Sharif, which kind of learning or teaching? Face-to-face or online? Which one? Which one, face-to-face or online? Yeah, go ahead. What's your name? What's your name? Nair.
أنا نايل.
Now, what we are doing, face-to-face learning or online learning?
فيس تو فيس. يعني انت تباني ايش صار؟ يعني تباني اقرا؟
No, I want to ask you. I'm asking what we are doing now. We are making or doing face-to-face learning or
فيس تو
online
فيس
learning.
اند اونلاين.
Which one?
الحين نحن اونلاين.
Yeah, that's right. Online learning. Thank you. شكرا لك يا نايل. Right. There have been significant changes in the education due to technology. طبعا يا شباب التكنولوجي in the education، التكنولوجيا في وسائل التعليم تغيرت وتبدلت في الآونة الأخيرة due to or according to COVID-19 طبقا للأزمة الأخيرة أصبح عندنا came a new ways for learning like online learning that we are doing now. The internet has plugged determined role in transforming the face of education. As we used to know it, more and more universities and colleges were face-to-face and online courses modes. ليس فقط المدارس يا شباب ولكن الجامعات أيضا شاركتنا التعليم online learning. On blended versions, that combine classroom face-to-face and email social networking and synchronous e-learning, what we call electronic learning or online learning. From this one, I want one student to read it, please. Who's there? Nail Sharif. Do you hear me? Nail? Okay. Okay, Nail.
هلا يا استاذ. اقرا؟
Just a moment.
You want me to read استاذ؟
Yeah. Okay. And now we are going to read. Yes. Go ahead.
Okay.
research
learning. اوكي ايوه خلاص صح. Research has shown that students chose different options depending on
individual preference
individual preference
learning styles
and
practical
considerations. For example, where working adult students prefer online
course. Thank you. Okay.
All courses as they offer.
Thank you, Anay. Are there anybody else to participate with you? هل هناك أي طلاب يمكنهم مشاركتك في القراءة يا نايل؟ How many students are there in your class today? كم عدد الطلاب الموجودين اليوم؟ How many? Are there any absent students? هل هناك أي طلاب غائبين يا نايل؟ Okay, just please write down who is absent. I will write down who is absent, and I will catch the names from you, right? Letter. Okay, thank you. On the other hand, على الجانب الآخر, a large number of students enroll in face-to-face courses as they feel face-to-face instruction and communication with peers and help them understand the concepts better and learn more effectively. طبقا للنظرية يا شباب، هذا النوع من التعلم اللي هو الأونلاين الجديد علينا في المجتمع، يعني ليس بجديد ولكن أجبرنا على التعامل معه بصورة كبيرة أو بشكل كبير في الآونة الأخيرة according to COVID-19. Right? They are not opposed to use email and social networks to communicate with peers, but not with their instructor. ليس فقط مع المعلم أو المعلمين. On the contrary, على العكس من ذلك, online students find it easier to communicate with the instructor. من السهولة جدا التواصل مع معلمين على الأونلاين. By email, عن طريق إرسال الرسائل, as it frees them to inhabitants in their حماية about asking questions. إلقاء الأسئلة or raising issues face to face أكثر من ما كانوا من قبل وجها لوجه. Both groups وكل من الجانبين أو المجموعتين face to face or online learning defend their respective choice wholeheartedly. It is further demonstrated by success rates of learning outcomes. So at last we can say يمكننا أن نقول both of face-to-face and online learning, all of them are very important to us. كلاهما مهم جدا للتعلم في المدارس وخارج. Right? Okay. Now let's continue our student book. I can see there are more things to say. Number one. You still remember يا شباب، ما زلنا نتذكر أن كل وحدة من الوحدات عليها form, meaning and function. القواعد الفرعية، هناك القاعدة الأساسية والتي تكلمنا عنها في auxiliary verb. Now I have a new rule. عندنا قاعدة أخرى وهي form, comparative and superlative form of adjectives. What does it mean? Do you still remember the last year? We talked about comparative and superlative form. مين يعطيني فكرة كده بسيطة يا شباب عن comparative superlatives? Yeah, who's there? comparative والsuperlatives. Okay, first let me inform you. دعوني أخبركم يا شباب the comparative عندنا في جانبين. تعالوا مع بعض كده نشوف. Number one. Number one, the comparative. As you see, number two is superlative. What is the difference? Number one, I want to define. ينبغي أن نعرف أولاً ما هو الكومباراتيف وما هو السوبرلاتيف. الكومباراتيف يا شباب باختصار شديد is using adjective. Using adjective عندنا الصفة plus er. الصفة زائد er. Or more or less زائد الادجكتيف to make the comparative. إذا عندي صيغتين في الكومباراتيف. نمبر 1 الصفة بلس الاي ار زي ايش؟ تعالوا مع بعض كده نشوف مثال. ايميل. مين يقرا المثال الاول يا شباب هنا؟ المثال الاول هذا. This one.
أنا
Okay.
أنا
Go ahead.
طيب أول مثال ها.
Yes.
طيب email is fast way to communicate.
Thank you. Email is a fast way to communicate. Fast is an أين الصفة؟ Where is the adjective?
Fast.
Fast. Thank you. That's right. Excellent. I want to change it to comparative. How? By adding er to this adjective, like this one. Like this one. Here, الصفة هي fast والصفة هي faster than. إيش اللي سويناه يا شباب في الصفة؟ أضفنا er إلى الصفة er to this adjective and add than at the end of وأتبعناها بكلمة than. إذا هنا سريع وهنا أسرع من. سريع وأسرع من. right? Okay. نشوف مع بعض كده المثال الثاني. who's there? Popular. Popular. Yes. Go ahead.
Print newspapers are popular.
Very good. Print newspapers are popular. إن طباعة الصحف أو الجرائد هي شيء شعبي ومعروف. Right? Popular أو عام. طيب كلمة popular هنا صفة وكلمة fast هنا أيضا صفة. إيش هو وجه الاختلاف يا شباب ما بين fast و popular؟ fast popular. إيش هو وجه الشبه ووجه الاختلاف؟ وجه الشبه هو أنهما صفتان، ووجه الاختلاف هو من يجاوب يا شباب؟ إيش هو وجه الاختلاف ما بين fast و popular؟
إن ما أضيف عليها ER.
برافو عليك. هنا ER. طيب هنا يعني أعطيتني تقريبا كده 30 أو 40% من الإجابة. فاست يا شباب مقطع واحد. ركز معي. فاست هي إيش؟ مقطع واحد. فاست هل قرأناها على مرتين؟ مرة واحدة. طيب popular هي صفة طويلة وليست قصيرة، أكثر من مقطع. إذا popular قرأناها على مقطعين. إذا هي صفة طويلة ولا قصيرة؟ صفة طويلة. long adjective. Right? So long adjective. So fast نضيف إليها er زائد than لأنها صفة قصيرة. ولكن popular هل يمكن أن نضيف er؟ نقول مثلا popular و er في النهاية؟ No. So what is our rule here؟ ما هي القاعدة؟ popular هتوضع كما هي ولكن مسبوقة ب. مسبوقة بإيش؟ تسبق بإيش يا شباب؟ more. مسبوقة ب more. إذن online newspapers have become more popular than print newspapers. Right? اوكي فهمنا القاعدة. إذا عندي adjective زائد ال er وأيضا more or less زائد ال adjective. يتبقى أمامنا 7 دقائق في الحصة 8 دقائق نستغلها في شرح باقي القاعدة. The comparative note، ولكن لابد وأن نلاحظ note. The comparative is often used with them. Comparative is often used with them. نستخدم معه إيش؟ then مع الصفة القصيرة. أوكي يا شباب؟ طيب لو أعطيت ممكن أي طالب داخل الفصل ممكن أن يعطيني مثال an example for the short adjective وال long adjective. من يعطيني مثال يا شباب لصفة قصيرة ومثال آخر لصفة طويلة. I'm waiting. عندي مثال هنا fast و popular. من يعطيني مثالين آخرين لصفة قصيرة وصفة طويلة؟ يلا يا شباب نسرع. hurry up. مين موجود؟ who's there؟ من يعطيني مثال للصفة القصيرة؟ عندي fast. old. هذا مثال آخر. old. what else؟ old, fast, long, tall. كل دي أمثلة لصفات قصيرة تتكون من مقطع واحد. طيب مين يعطيني مثال آخر لصفات تتكون من مقطعين أو أكثر؟ مين هيعطيني يا شباب for example؟ صفة طويلة يا شباب تتكون من أكثر من مقطع. popular. عندي popular. what else؟ expensive. what else؟ attractive. what else؟ beautiful. إذا هذه كلها أمثلة لصفات طويلة. ننتقل إلى جزء آخر. Do you have any comments in this point؟ هل هناك أي تعليقات في هذا الجزء؟ أوكي، هننتقل إلى القسم الآخر وهو السوبرلاتيف. السوبرلاتيف القسم الثاني من المقارنات يا شباب، المقارنات في الصفات، ويتكون من take care and listen carefully to me using the again the number 1 the plus adjective plus est, the adjective est, or the most or the least plus adjective to make the superlative. Right? Okay. To understand the rule of the grammar here, we have to give some examples. Number 1. الإكزامبل الأول يا شباب here face-to-face course. التدريب أو التمارين face-to-face أو الدورات وجها لوجه are the fastest way to learn. fastest. طب هنا المقارنة يا شباب بين شيئين ولا أكثر من شيئين؟ face to face عندي أكثر من طريقة للتعلم. face to face هي واحدة منها. face to face course بنقارن ما بين face to face course وباقي سبل أو طرق التعلم. إذا هنا المقارنة ما بين واحد وأكثر أو شيء وأكثر من شيء. right؟ لذا هنا نقول أننا نطبق قاعدة السوبرلاتيف وهي المقارنة ما بين الصفات like adjective مسبوقة بالذات plus est. الصفة هنا أصلها إيش؟ fast ونضيف إليها est وتسبق ب the. face to face course are the fastest way to learn. هنا ما بين face to face وباقي طرق التعلم. المثال الثاني Our online courses are the most popular. The most popular. Again, the most popular. هنا fast صفة قصيرة سبقت بالذات زي est. إذا كانت الصفة طويلة أو long adjective like popular هتسبق ب the most or the least. The most في حالة الشيء الأقصى و the least في حالة الأدنى. Right? The most popular الأكثر شيوعاً. The least expensive الأقل غلواً في السعر أو الأرخص سعراً. Right? F2F course اللي هي face to face F2F اللي هي face to face course are expensive هي غالية السعر أو الثمن. Blended learning is less expensive. هنا نقارن ما بين الفيس تو فيس والبلندد learning. هنا المقارنة ما بين شيئين less expensive وعندما نقارن ما بين شيئين نضع less بلس الصفر أو قبل الصفر. واضح هذا الكلام يا شباب؟ or no? Do you have any comments, any questions؟ أي تعليق، أي استفسار على قاعدة اليوم؟ ننتظر الجواب يا شباب. I'm waiting. Okay. I have some questions here. I want to only 2 minutes remaining. So, okay, that is enough today for our lesson. Do you have any question? هل هناك أي أسئلة؟ نايل الشريف. نايل.
شكرا أستاذ.
Okay, Nail. How many students are absent today? كم عدد طلاب الغياب عندك اليوم يا نايل؟
ما في غياب أستاذ، ما في غياب.
ما شاء الله، ما شاء الله، جميع حضور. It's okay. So thank you so much for attending our online lesson today. I hope you understand what we studied today and see you tomorrow inshallah at the same time. Thank you so much and hope you are well tomorrow, today, yesterday, every day. Thanks a lot. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.